Hey everybody, we're back again. It's Luigi. I'm really excited here. It's like this is the most creative, most interesting group of women we've had on our show. I think since we've been on. We've been on for 3 years now. But Jamie Terralin, the Portland Extrovert, has been with us for a lot of that time. Sometimes behind the scenes, because you've helped in a lot of capacities.
Yep.
Sometimes in front of the camera as well. And right now, what we want to talk about is we're going to talk about the new premiere TV show that you have a key role in. But I also want to talk to you a little bit about what you've seen since you were last on the show, kind of the downtown stuff. A
Ooh,
couple new
let's
fun
talk
places.
Portland downtown.
Portland downtown.
Extrovert.
Yes.
I love this town. We've got a lot of fun spots. We've got lots of live music. We have lots of good spots to get out for art walk tonight.
Yeah.
Definitely recommend checking out Space, mainly Frames and Art Gallery.
Yeah.
Make it down to the museum free on Friday nights, or just go and roll through Mecca. And another one, pop by here, guys, at Portland Media Center and join in with the laughing and the live filming that we do. And there's also, after we're done art walk, pop up and have yourself a cafe with a little bit of kick to it at Novel.
All right. Yeah.
Often live music or games or.
So let me ask you about Novel, because I know you've gone there a few times. So Novel's a new place on Congress Street. When you say you can get a coffee with kick, it's like you can put a little brandy in there or something.
Ooh, a little brandy, a little bourbon, a little.
Yeah, so it's a coffee shop and it's a bar.
Yeah, and it has books and it has games.
Games.
And they have shows and events. They have a whole stage downstairs.
Really? We got to go
walk
over
down,
there.
check it out. They've got this basement of stage where they play movies, music, shows. Super interesting. That's a good point.
Is it a restaurant?
That one has more of some of the pastries that even you would have heard some from Lee.
Okay.
Who owns Holy Donuts.
They do pastries
Pop
there.
some of her pastries there.
Interesting.
And then you can also bring in food from Empire, my favorite foodie spot.
Okay.
Or you can also go and get something from the Thai places, from Boda, from the new restaurants. Not a huge fan of the roasties across the way, but they'll get there.
They'll get there. It's a work in progress.
Yeah,
right?
and there's a couple of cute spots.
What does
roasties
roasties do? I heard some
roast beef.
That's
stuff.
it. Roast beef.
Yeah, roast beef
it's so
sandwiches.
Specific. Yeah.
I know. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Then there's some other cute spots popping in there with Local 188 gone. We've got some more space for
new people,
new restaurants, new spots. So, there's...
Now, do you feel bad about Local 188?
That was a great brunch spot.
Yeah.
Great brunch, but we still have Empire.
Empire.
As long as we keep Empire...
For brunch?
I'm okay.
Okay.
For any time.
For any time.
Duck buns.
Do we feel that a lot of the best restaurants on Congress Street aren't here as much because it's out kind of moving into the old port, or?
Yeah, we've lost some restaurants lately. I miss Henry's. I miss Maincraft Distilling, my Tuesday, Wednesday music vibe, the bluegrass and the jazz. But Andy's is kicking it now. So, Andy's is kicking it again. They're coming back with bands, like really good bands every night.
So let me ask you a question. In your opinion, do you think that Portland got so hot so quickly that it kind of overdid it with places? Because this fall off means that it maybe got too saturated.
You know what? I think they're making space for new. That's what Portland does. Okay. Portland's been an ever-changing city.
Right.
And I think it's going to keep changing, and I think it will fit with the vibe of the people moving in, plus some of the people that have lived here. But there's always, people are willing to give it a go and give it a try. So it's fun to see these people coming in, and even roasties, even though it's not my favorite spot, they're coming in and giving it a go. Novel, giving it a go. And they keep, bringing in shows and theater on top of the cafe and the bar.
So what would the Portland Extrovert like to see in Portland that isn't here now? Is there a type of food or a type of establishment that you think could round out this full circle of interesting things in Portland?
Well, loving New York City, I would like to see us have more all-nighters, or at least, come on, people, stay open till 1. We're allowed to stay open till 1.
And that place
Andy's is good about it. They stay open till 1. But a lot of other spots, they just don't. They're in these great locations and they close at 10 o'clock. and they're closed their, you know, their
So a
kitchen at
little
like
more,
9.
yeah, like a little more extended nightlife. What about, for example, one thing that I've always hoped for here in Portland more is a good Greek restaurant with Greek food. I don't think there's a
We've
lot of
had
those.
some.
I know they,
Mediterranean is what I would
right,
call.
but
I would
I'm
say ask
talking
for the
like
full-on
the Greek
Mediterranean
with the
vibe.
flaming cheese
Ugh.
and all the gyros and all that.
We did have that
They were, yeah,
Mediterranean restaurant for a
and
while,
it
the
snowed.
Brazilian one.
Brazilian,
We've had some really good like Mediterranean Brazilian styles, but the restaurants are changing, like we said.
yeah.
We've got the core of the rooms and the Four and Street and Co. and Scales. DeMillo's. That one, I'm like, people don't give it enough crud, but
Yeah.
DeMillo's is a
DeMillo's has
fabulous
been
spot that
fun.
we have that brings in a lot of tourism.
Yes.
Plus, also, like wintertime, I can go sit on a boat and watch snowfall, and the snow melts into the ocean, and I'm sitting there on a boat.
Yeah.
So
It's fun.
that one
Right, yeah.
deserves its credit in the
Yeah,
wintertime,
yeah,
too, for us
DeMillo's.
locals.
Yes.
And in the summertime, tourists love it.
What about over the bridge? Is there anything? Does the Portland Extrovert get out over across the bridge?
I do go over the bridge, but it's not where my
Rare.
focus is.
Right.
I try to focus in on what you can get into Portland. You
In the
can walk
downtown.
around. Art walk here. I'll stay up
Yeah.
near, on Congress. So I'll check out like Empire or Boda or maybe Arcadia and
Yeah.
stay on this side for art walk. But then other nights I'll go in downtown on Commercial and do Andy's and Amigos and or Rira's and $3 Dewey's. That keeps us locals
Well, so I thought at
having
one
fun
point,
throughout
yeah,
winter.
Riraz was not going to keep going at one point. I thought
Yeah, they've had a few
they had a few
close calls.
close calls. Yeah, exactly.
But they're a pretty
They're still
good
around.
staple in Portland and for music and for especially the Celtic music on Sundays.
Yeah.
That's a good brunch.
Well, without Brian Baruse anymore too, because
Oh.
that was the other place. So, but tell the audience out there also, because you do tours.
Yes.
Now that's mostly during the warmer months, right? Because you like to be interactive.
Yeah,
So you're not doing as many
interactive.
tours now in the winter.
There will be some
Yeah.
with limo vans or tour vans or buses. I will get some of those for people who want to explore maybe botanical gardens in the winter, come up into Portland and enjoy what they can for the foodie scene.
Yeah.
Because we still have restaurants in the winter.
Correct.
And they can get into some of those restaurants that they want to get into, which is good time to get into like the rooms and 4th Street and Street and Co.
Yeah.
And then families come in, CEOs still come in.
Yeah.
So I still get some of those tours. And people like to hear the history and the breweries and the foodie. And there's plenty of that still downtown. And if you go to a section in the winter, then you're golden. Because if you go to Commercial Street, you wander around Commercial Street, pop in and out of restaurants and art studios and shops, you're on Congress Street. Pop in and out during Art Walk, and you can handle it. Those are good ways to do the winter walks through the downtown.
And are there any other things that you really enjoy doing that are like the museums? Are there things with that or events?
I do wish we had better museums, and I
Yeah.
wish we had a zoo.
Yeah.
Those are things that I
even
wish Portland had.
The one thing would be an aquarium would be pretty interesting, especially since we're right on the
We're right
water.
here at Gulf of Maine
Boston-
Research Institute.
Yeah.
I feel like you guys could open up more for
Yeah,
aquarium
A
style.
big aquarium could make a lot of money.
Yeah, it's right there on Commercial
Yeah.
Street already.
right.
Add to Gulf of Maine Research Institute.
They
Do
were
it,
talking
guys.
about it when I was a kid that they'd have an aquarium, because Boston's got a great one. All kinds of other cities that aren't even on the ocean. What about different events? Anything else? 'Cause
I
know-
love
yeah.
that we have karaoke nights,
Yeah.
like Eastender, every night after 9. Go and sing and have fun and laugh with people. You've got open mic nights. Great one. Oh,
So
Cherished
this is a great
Pub.
place, yeah, for
Cherished Pub and Possessions, just outside in Portland, but just down Washington Ave. Cherished Pub is one of my new favorite spots.
wow.
Great setup, an old phone booth when you walk in. And then they've got
And this used
Bayou
to be Cherished,
Kitchen.
used to be Cherished Possessions,
Yeah,
and now
well,
it's
it's
Cherished
beside it.
Possessions Pub.
It's beside it, yeah. And so they've got this great Bayou Kitchen, amazing corn cakes, Eggs Benedict. Yum. And then the bar, and straight ahead a stage.
Have you been to
Lots
the
of-
original Bayou Kitchen?
Yeah, Bayou Kitchen's fabulous, both sides, but this one has a stage, music, open mic night, has a band, has trivia, so it's like trivia, band every Thursday and Saturday, open mic night every Friday, and they fill up. They start like at 4 o'clock and go until close with open mics of great local musicians that just want to get out and play together.
We should go down there.
That
and check
one's a
this
great
out.
hang.
Yeah.
I will definitely do that
Get
one
a
with
new
you.
thing with it.
Yeah, and we'll have to try their
Check
Cajun
out
food
all
since
of
it's
these places.
that
The
time
food.
right now.
Are you going to come back in the spring and do another report for us?
Oh, sure. We'll
Okay.
do plenty of this, maybe even every first Friday art
Maybe
walk.
every first Friday. Jamie Terralin, the Portland Extrovert. Look her up online just by finding Portland Extrovert or Jamie Terralin.
Or look me up on Luigi's new movie,
Look
The
her up
Doctor
online.
is In.
The Doctor is in the TV set. Jamie's in that, playing Tabitha.
Tabitha
So
with a
look for
setup
that
right
in the
at
spring.
yeah, with one of our art studios local during our opening.
Rue
we were
and
able to use
Sear, yeah.
Rue and Sear
Yeah,
for
exactly.
some of our filming for The Doctor is In.
Yes, I want to thank them for that.
That was very lovely
Yeah.
of a spot. Gorgeous.
Yes.
Definitely recommend you checking out their art studio.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much. Come back again, okay?
Yes, I
All right.
love it. Thank
We'll
you,
be
Luigi.
right back, guys. Thank you again. We'll be right back.